until the next, always another, whether stranger or a brother, sometimes even a mother. All these stories of pain, I ain't no white hope. My lineage ain't tainted by no white rope. Just trying to hit the right notes in society plagued by white dopes. Born with a skin that has been suit and tied to brutalize. I just want to take it and utilize it to unify. My culture is beautified by mixes in the pigment. Y'all can't get past the fact that hatred is just a figment of a bigot's imagination, so y'all passing down the hatred. Where does the buck stop? Not with the buckshots, that's only where luck stops. Got masses saying fuck cops, wigging pain away at bus stops. Just understand I've been there and over here ain't not one lot. We got people getting murdered, genocide ain't fabrication. White people act like they don't know, let me start the conversation.
They say something's wrong and I agree. Mama, don't be ashamed to cry for me.
Plus you gotta give them that motherfucking
Who
truth.
out there gon' really ride with me? Black and white in same society. They say something's wrong and I agree. Mama, don't be ashamed to cry for me. Who out there gon' really ride with me? Black and white in the same society.
This shit here fucked up. They treat us like suckers, bluff on us with tough stuff. Laugh, harass and cuff us, blast us if we raise our hands when there's no gun tuck. They thinking it's sweet, but I swear they be soft as custard. Dog, shout out to Roscoe. These chickens waffle perfect. You mixing different colors. You got Picasso's purpose. Yeah, them bangers, they keep them handy. Catch them on us, they antsy. While smiling at Bill and Susan, but killing Jamal and Brandy ain't no black hope. They hung us up in nooses of them black ropes. The spades, they played that trump card and cut out all the black votes. They won the war, they can't stand me. Cross me and then it can be. The 45 be my Bible. I'm preaching for me and family. Off Henny, a different nigga, but never blame it on liquor. This anger got me pissed off and ready to pull the trigger. As a man, they say be bigger, but I got some hesitation. Black people keep talking about it, y'all don't stop the conversation.
They say something's wrong and I agree. Mama, don't be ashamed to cry for me. Who out there gon' really ride with me? Black and white in same society. They say something's wrong and I agree. Mama, don't be ashamed to cry for me. Who out there gon' really ride with me? Black and white in same society. Mama, don't be ashamed to cry for me. Who out there gon' really ride with me? Black and white in same society.
Look, don't ever let nobody tell you who you are. Just cause you don't fit into somebody's box of comprehension doesn't mean that your existence isn't a reality. You gotta get out here and define yourself. Learn some to earn some. Just make sure you staying true to you. Look, I ain't no culture vulture. I ain't no poacher or no poser. If you wanna know about me, then we can speak with composure. Just make sure that you're ready for validated exposure. Cause the story that I've composed really had your head exploding. Yeah, I went to Howard, it was like a roller coaster. But I actually graduated, I could show you the diploma. And yeah, it made me woker, so authentic you can't broker my style or my acceptance by community and culture. I understand I ain't black, but that won't change where I'm at. I'm probably good in your hood, just point it out on the map. Shit, I've been there and done that. And I get hugs, I get daps. And I can't change who I am, but I can change how you act. I am who I am. And I'm not who I'm not. Y'all could accept me for me, or just get sick at the thought. But I need y'all to understand that all that hatred is taught. So y'all could love me for me, or you could hate who I'm not. I said I am who I am, and I'm really not who I'm not. You could accept me for me, or just get sick at the thought. But I need y'all to understand that all that hatred is taught. So you could love me for me, or you could hate who I'm not. They wanna ask me what's my angle.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all for hopping on. We're so excited to have this last call of our November series. Before we get started, I do want to take the time to shout out the artist that we were playing in the beginning, Evan Knotts, a young, talented Chicago artist that was taken from this earth way too soon due to gun violence. He was a client and a dear friend of one of our co-founders, Ashley Wilson. He leaves behind a son. So to honor him, we ask that you all listen to his music, check it out. His raps are deep, they have great context. And shout out your favorite song and lyric. Tag us on Instagram. We just want to honor him and show him some love as he's gone from this earth. So for those of you that are new here and may not know, we are the BC Collective. The BC Collective stands for the Black Creators Collective. Our mission is to spread awareness and representation, not just in Monet, but in the beauty industry as a whole. Our goal is to completely disrupt the industry, and we are well on our way to doing that and accomplishing that with all of your support. So we appreciate you guys being here. We're so excited. This is the last call. So if you have been rocking with us all month, we really appreciate you. We appreciate any feedback you give us. Tonight, we have a really, really nice treat. We have some members of the BC Collective that are going to be sharing their stories, talking about community and the impact that the BC Collective has had on them, Monet as a whole. So without further ado, I'll let them take over the floor. I believe we are starting with Tori.
Hi guys, happy Thursday. Hope everybody's having a good end of month and is, wrapping up the month pretty freaking well. My name is Toriella. I actually have been a part of Monet for about a year and a half, coming up on 2 years soon. And originally when being presented the opportunity, I obviously didn't know too much about it, and then let alone not seeing any people of color too often. So, skeptical. Walking in, very skeptical, but moving forward, doing a little bit more research, I finally just said, whatever, fuck it, excuse my French, but I'm gonna go for it, and I'm just gonna say, I'll be that girl. I'll be that girl. I'll be the Black girl on the block doing Monet and finding out what these products, really do. So after joining with my mentor, Geneva, I found that I was still kind of looking for that community of Black girls that could possibly be a part of Monet. And it wasn't until I went to my first Monations in 2022, last year, that I met AG the Scientist. That's her IG handle. And she started chatting to me and was just so nice. And she plugged me into the BC Collective. And ever since then, I've just been feeling so included, because that's what I really was looking for, is more representation, more people like me. Because aside from starting this business, obviously, okay, again, skeptical. But before this, I was just working a regular 9-to-5 service industry, restaurant, dealing with people already. So talking to people was already easy, but I've never done anything like this. Sales was not my thing. I just took people's orders. But after indulging in this business and finally really figuring out, what I loved, really, because social media was always something that I really enjoyed. And then on top of that, I was in the midst of finding my own, love for my hair, because growing up, I hated it. I used to pray to God to give me straight hair, forget these curls. I don't know what to do. And I'm mixed as well. So I'm Black and Filipino, and my mom, she's Filipino. She doesn't really know what she's doing, or she didn't. So, dookie braids was the thing, walking around with one big old dookie braid in the back of my head, didn't know what I was doing. So, growing up, I used to straighten it, burn it, fried it, all the things. And it wasn't until I really entered my 20s, my early 20s, that I finally was like, let me figure out how these curls actually look. And then stumbled upon Monet and really, really started indulging in it. So, started at YouTube University with all the curly girlies on there. But it wasn't until Monet that I really, really found products that gave me what I needed. And I dealt with frizz, damage, undefined, unmanageable, just all the things. So Monet products already just 10 out of 10, blew my mind after first wash. But then entering the business aspect and the community is really, really what kept me going and kept me wanting to work the business. I already loved the products, but the business side I was learning to love. And it wasn't until BC Collective that I really found a group of women and men that really like stood in the same aspect as what I was standing for and wanting to show what, you know, I was hoping to show for other people that are out there looking for products that are amazing, as well as just a loving community and a business that is really, really going to pour into their people. So yeah, the BC has really, really changed my entire outlook on money, because at first I was gonna dip out. Not even gonna lie, I'm gonna be real raw and honest. I was gonna dip out because I was like, no, there's nobody here. But I'm so grateful to have stumbled upon this collective group and everybody that's here. Ashley, Bethany, all the founders, you guys are amazing. I love you guys. And yeah, I just appreciate this entire group of women. So yeah, that's me.
Amazing. Thanks for sharing. So I think up next is Drika.
Can you hear me? Okay, wait, here we go. I think it's working.
You good?
You can hear me. Okay, perfect. Hey guys, how are you guys? My name is Drika. So I am, let's see, I've been a part of the company for about 4 years now. And honestly, so as far as my story, I started this because honestly, so let me tell you, I did not think that the products were going to work for my hair, for one. And when my friend introduced it to me, I didn't go for like the business right away. It wasn't something that I was thinking like, you know, like, oh, like I'm gonna just try out the products. And then I really didn't think they were gonna work. I was like, that might work for, you know, other people's hair, but for my type, it's not, I don't think it's gonna work. So I tried it, and then like my postpartum, like my if you see my before and afters, my hair was like back here, y'all. I tell y'all no lie, my postpartum was terrible. I was depressed. I was all over the place. I felt ugly. And I was just like, this is not it. So I was willing to try anything at that point. And I tried it out. And she told me, she was like, well, you'll have a bigger discount or whatever. You know, you have a 30-day money back guarantee. So I was like, whatever, I'll get my money back if anything. So I tried it out, fell in love with the products. Okay. And even then I was still like in this weird place mindset wise, like because obviously I had just had a baby and I had the postpartum thing going on. So it was actually a good thing that I joined as a market partner instead of the, you know, VIP, because I was still logging into those training calls. And it got me mentally to like where I needed to be as a leader in order for me to, you know, change my mindset and do all the things. And before that, I knew nothing about it. So then you know, I started going to events and stuff, and I was like, it's kind of weird because I'm like, I felt like I was like the only one there, like kind of thing. And then they would tell me like, girl, don't worry about it. Everybody, somebody got to be the first one in the room, you know, whatever. And I was just like, okay. So, you know, eventually, I don't know, I think it was around Monations time, my first time going to Monations. And I talked to a couple of the girls, and we all ended up like taking pictures and stuff together. I was like, yes, I love this. I don't feel alone anymore, you know? And I was excited. So it's just that I just feel like, you know, this whole collective, like this whole community, like that was created for us. I just love it because I feel like it gives me room to be me. It gives me room to, you know, like grow as well. And I just love that we're able to like do all of this together. Like it's one thing when you're doing it and it's just like, yeah, like I'm the first one in the room. But when we're doing it together, it just makes it feel so much better. And I just love that we're able to grow together, and we're seeing like more of us here. So it just makes it that much more comfortable. And I feel like, you know, us doing this is kind of paving the way for more people to be able to do these things and feel comfortable with doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I love it. That's me. You know, I don't know. It's crazy because now I have my whole family using the products and everything else. So yeah, I'm excited.
I love that. Brandy, you want to share next?
Sure. Thank you for having me tonight. My name is Brandy McKenzie. I have been with Monate for going on 2.5 years. Next month will be 2.5 years. When I first joined the business, it was not to sell the product. I had been following one of the uplines on my team for some time, and she had offered the chance for some personal development by becoming a part of her team, which is something that I had been looking for, but I had been pricing what personal development coaching was going to cost me, and it was not something that I was going to be able to afford. But getting a product pack was $199, was a no-brainer for me to do that, and plus also had the promise of a money-back guarantee if I didn't like whatever was going on with her coaching. So I was fine. I started using the products. I liked the products, so that was a plus for me, and getting that 30% discount was good as well. So I jumped headfirst into all of the team calls, because that's where the coaching and stuff would happen, never ever intending on sharing the products at all, never. A couple of months into it, it was time for Monations, and it was virtual, so I attended virtually and realized there was something to this company, to what they had in store for all of their market partners, how generous they were. But even then, I still wasn't really sure that that's something that I personally wanted to do. And so it kind of became more like a hobby for me. And so I would talk to people about the business and then maybe get a sale here or there, but it was not something that I was serious about until my circumstances changed that following July. My husband lost his job. He got hurt on the job, I should say, ended up being out of work, and he's still out of work to this day. We're going on, a year and a half of him being out of work. So I had to get serious about it, but I still didn't know exactly what I was going to do, because even he had said to me, there are no Black people. All he saw were, represented were Hispanic people. He said he's not just Latinas and and I said, you know what? I like the products though. They've helped my scalp really well. The Rejuvenate oil was like one of my favorite products by this time. And I just said, you know what? I'm going to get serious about this. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm just going to do it. So around this time last year, I just happened upon, I don't know if it was on YouTube or whatever, but I just happened upon the BC Collective. I don't know if someone told me about it, but came across the page, the Melanin Monate page in February, and that's when I started following the page. And when I tell you, having the visual of others in the company doing this job and being successful at it, and I'm gonna tell you, we always talk about messy action, right? It was messy action for a lot of us, just doing their thing. And I said, you know what? I can do this. And it made me think about, when we were talking about doing this for you guys tonight, it made me think about what I saw as Black representation in the beauty industry when I was growing up. I grew up teenager in the mid 80s, graduated the early 90s. I saw I want to say three models most of the time on the runway: Iman, Naomi Campbell, and Tyra Banks. And they had long flowing hair, and that was not me. So I was like, okay, now I'm thinking about joining this company. My mind is going to how can I represent Black people when I don't look like what I used to see, right? The little girl on the Just For Me box, she was the one that everybody kind of like, that's, I would get my hair straight and go to the salon, sit in the chair. What magazine am I reading? Jet, BET, Essence. I'm seeing all these things, but I didn't see how I could be that representation, because it was just so limited in what the beauty industry was going to offer us. So seeing in others in this community gave me the confidence that I could do this. And after that, my business kind of took a turn. Once I started following different ones, I became friends with a couple. I would join some of their lives just to see what they're talking about, and just getting a chance to meet them at Monations last year. A couple of them, some of the gentlemen, seeing that it was both men and women in this business, in this company. It just gave me a little bit of a boost, not just to my business, but really to my confidence that I could do this. And I'm going to tell you, it does not matter how long it takes for you to do this. Just keep going. As of yesterday, I ranked up for the first time after 2.5 years. And it's because I didn't let anything stop me, even my lack of self-worth sometimes. But if you find yourself looking for a community, or this is what has brought you to this meeting tonight, I want to encourage you to just follow the Melanin of Monday, follow some of the Black creators. Just give yourself a chance to see what this community can do for you. And when I tell you, the support that you receive is beyond measure. And it's not that your team can't be supportive. Your team will always support you, but being able to be confident in who you are and being able to share with those that look like you, that's going to be really important. So I encourage you to be a part of this.
Thank you so much for sharing, Brandy, and congratulations on ranking up. Lana, you're up next.
Guzzle down this water. Okay, can you guys hear me? Yes, thumbs up. Okay, cool. So, hi, I'm Lana. Nice to officially see everybody. So quick backstory with me. It became 3 years in the business, October 25th, last month. And when I first started, I don't want to say I was just trying to get a quick buck, but I was kind of skeptical because back then I was a vegan, I'm vegetarian now. So I thought it would be kind of cool to, try products that are, all natural, plant-based and stuff like that. And back then we had the overachiever pack, which we have now, but I believe back then it was like 650 or 670, I think. So I bought that pack because the upline I had at the time really sold me on it. And I thought, what the heck? So I joined as a market partner. I bought all the packs, all the products, all the stuff, all that fun stuff. And for the first 6 months, and I mentioned this before, I didn't touch the hair care. I didn't touch it. I didn't touch nothing. I only did the skincare because, like everybody else was saying, I didn't think the products would work for my hair. Now, I'm wearing my hair curly now. When I first started, it was straight, not a perm, just blown out. So I thought, why use these hair care products if my whole life nothing else has worked? So I just did the skincare. And then my mom was like, why don't you just try the hair care just to see? So the first product I tried was the oil, of course, because I had very, very bad psoriasis back then. And I thought maybe this oil could help, maintain it, not erase it, but maintain it. And it did. So it was weird. Like each month I tried a new product one by one. And then say like 4 or 5 months later, I fell in love with the hair care product. And then my mom started seeing that the hair working because the whole time she was like, this is not for Black people. I don't know why you bought it. And I'm like, I know, but still. So she finally got on board. And then she actually was my first market partner. Actually, she was helping me out, but she bought like a bunch of hair care products. I can't remember right now, but she bought a lot of hair care products. So 3 years later, I'm now using more of the hair care products and the skincare. I'm trying to get my skincare on point. It's getting there. It's much better because I used to wear my hair covering my face, so now I feel confident to wear it back. So it is better. Um, but it's just funny how things come full circle that I'm now more using the hair care products and the skincare products, and it's just topsy turvy. So that's with the business side. Um, Now with you lovely ladies, again, I don't want to sound a cliche, but I honestly saw two Black people on the website, two Black people in this company. I have yet to go to my nations, but I have been to the next gala event last year, and that was amazing. And I think I kind of like three Black people there. And for me, it felt, I don't want to say intimidating, but it felt odd for me to be so excited about these products if I don't see a lot of me, in using the products. So it was a shock for me that this company being so global, I didn't see a lot of us in it. So that kind of was a putback. But joining you guys and seeing the melanin and just seeing the beauty of men and women, it's been amazing. And even though our little circle is small, it just is exciting to see that there are other people who have curly hair, who have kinky hair, who deal with frizz, who can't go out in the rain and all this other stuff, wear the bonnets and stuff. But it's exciting to see that we're all going towards the same goal, which is confidence, amazing hair care, great skincare, community, self-growth, whatever it is. And it's just made me feel more appreciated of taking that leap of faith outside of spending all that money, but sticking with it so long with the skepticism of not seeing a lot of us there. So being a part of this group and joining Melanin and Monet on Instagram has really been, I will say for me at least, a confidence boost in myself that, like Brandy was saying, growing up, it was like two products that we used. It was really two products that we used, and I never got a perm. So I always went to the hairdresser, sat for 12 hours, got a blown out. But now it's exciting to see all of us, like I said, going for the same goal and just being in this sisterhood and brotherhood of, amazing people. So for me, it's really been a confidence boost and just a community comfort zone. So I hope I covered all the aspects. That's my TED Talk. Thank you.
Thank you, Lana. And so lastly, we are going to have Courtney share.
All right. Hey, y'all. Can you hear me or see me? Okay, perfect. So hey, I have been in the business for about a year and a half, I guess. And my mentor, I was loving her. She's my friend, and I saw her results. And of course, like I said no a million times when she asked me. Partly, I'm lying, mostly because I didn't see anyone that looked like me. I tried to do like my own little research, and I still really wasn't like seeing any of us. But because I love her, I was like, what the hell? Okay. So then like my first 6 months, I did pretty well, but I still was looking for that community and looking for someone that looked like me. And then so February of this year, I don't even know how I came across Melanin, but I remember I came across Cece's page, and then I started seeing where you guys were doing something for Black History Month. And I was just like, I could cry. I was like, this is what I've been looking for. Like, this is what I need to continue in this business, because I also had like those thoughts of, should I continue? Like, maybe this isn't for me. And also I want to say I attended Tennessee State University, which is a historically Black college and university. So I was very much used to being around people that look like me. And sometimes people ask, why do people go so hard for your HBCUs, right? And a lot of the times it's because those are like the 4 years, the only 4 years in our lives where we are around people that look like us, that, maybe think like us, or that we can vibe with. And so when I found BC Collective, I was just like, sweet baby Jesus, I feel like I'm at my HBCU again. So for that, like, I can never thank y'all enough, because I love BC Collective, the community. Not like I get the community in my other, group too, my other team, but as someone stated earlier, like, here it's just like you can let your hair down, and we don't have to maybe like switch up so much or at all even, and we can relate onto what products we are needing. And for me personally also, I didn't like hate my hair or have any like major issues. I've been natural for probably about, I don't know, maybe like 10-12 years. And I usually like do a blowout or kind of straighten it a little bit, but I really was wanting to wear it more like naturally curly. And the few products that I had tried, it just really wasn't doing it. Like I would have the frizz, or it just really, it would be nice at the ends and it would look kind of like moppy and not cute at the top. So when I was able to get around other people and kind of, drive me in that direction, then that's when I felt more like at home. And I feel now that I can like really dive into this business, because there aren't people on the website or Google or anything really that look like us. So it's nice to know that we can be those people for the future people that are going to join this business. So, yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you guys for sharing. I think we all can relate to everything that every single one of you said. I think we have a same shared experience, which is why we started this. So it really feels good to know that it's actually helping and you guys feel the community that we're really trying to build here. And we're so appreciative of every single one of you and for getting on our calls and just being active in the community. We have so much in store for you guys. We love your feedback. Always feel free to let us know what else you need to see, what else you would like to have in our community. Your feedback's everything. You guys are the community. So please feel free to do that. We can open up the floor now. If anybody has any questions, if anybody else wants to add anything, this is now the time to do that.
Should I stop recording or record?
Yeah, you can stop.
Okay.